welcome to our first official video blog entry. I am Rob Flack O'Hara, and this is my sidekick, Mason O'Hara.
Patrick 12001.
Patrick, what is it?
12001.
Patrick 12001. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my name on the internet.
That's his internet name. What does 12001 mean?
It has 12 and then I didn't want to put 12201, so I just combined 2001 and 12. So
there you go.
Confuse people.
All right, and the reason we are here today is because what did we buy today?
New iPad 3.
The iPad 3. Now the official name of the iPad 3 is just iPad.
But
they've dropped the number, but it's kind of confusing.
Because the iPad 1 is just the iPad, and the iPad 2 is the iPad 2, but the iPad 3 is the iPad.
Confusing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So this is the iPad 1. As you can see, we bought this when it came out. I'm not a huge fan of Apple hardware. I don't own any Macintosh computers or Apple TV or anything like that. But at the time, I thought that the iPad was the best tablet out on the market. What do you like about the iPad?
I like that it was probably the first major tablet.
Well, it was very popular, and with the App Store, you can just go on and get games and applications really easy to use, right?
Yeah, like Android, you have to like log in every time, and it's hard.
It's hard to do. Android's hard to do. Is that, have you used Android?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what do we have here? This is the iPad 3. Now, today was the launch day of the iPad 3, and there have been people lined up for the last week to get an iPad 3 at Apple stores, but there are other places that were selling it.
As of Walmart, which is where he got this, there were 2 left in stock. He got one of the last ones.
That's right. They are available at Walmart at the same price. They're just like the original iPad and the iPad 2. Same pricing scheme is $4.99 for the 16 gig model,
So,
$5.99 for 32 gig, and $6.99 for the 64 gig. There's also, that's just for wireless only. Then if you have 3G, you need to add $129 to each one of those prices. Now this is wireless only. All right, so you want to go ahead and open that up?
Yep.
Can you get the plastic? You need the knife, or
here,
can you just rip it on
There's
there?
already a little open spot. So
Okay.
Here it is. The unveiling happens.
Now the iPad 3 is actually a little bit thicker.
It is? Oh yeah, because of the cameras, the high-def cameras. And
That's right. And since we don't have an iPad 2, we just have the iPad 1, which does not have a camera.
It's thinner than the iPad 2, I think.
iPad 1 is the thinnest.
32.
But because of the difference in the thickness, and also because of the addition of the camera, the case that we have for the original iPad will not work for the iPad 3.
Okay, can you hold the bottom so just hold it?
There, all right. And so what do you see when you open up that box there?
An awesome tablet.
An awesome tablet, he says. Let's see what's in here.
Yeah.
So it's the iPad 3. It has the so it has like the protector over the screen here, right? Over the front and the back.
I don't use it as a case.
No,
Just like a protector for that.
just for shipping, right? Okay. Go ahead and pull that off there.
Here is a manual, I think. Yes, it's a manual.
Okay.
And it has a picture of the iPad with all the apps. And it has this manual. And 2 Apple iPad stickers.
There you go. What are you going to put those on?
Make close words mouth.
On your daughter's face, or on your sister's face. Okay, and we also have the charger in here, which,
USB cable.
yeah, I think it looks to me to be exactly the same as the other
Yeah, I think they are.
iPad charger, so.
Maybe it's like it has more power. So
Yeah, I think it's just the same.
I know for a fact that the older cable has a little press in and out thing where you have to press it in so when it would go in the iPhone 2G, 2 and 1G, and you'd have to press it when you go out.
I think
So
it's the same.
different.
I think it looks the same to me.
Yeah, the 3 and 4G are like that, but
Oh, okay. All right, so there we go. Now I'm assuming that this is not charged at all or anything else underneath.
I don't think so.
Just a big
Case.
piece of plastic here. And we can, all right. So let's move that stuff over to the side if you will, over there.
Yep.
So if you want to hold that one up, and I'll hold this one up. Be careful with it. As you can see, they are the screens are the same size.
This one has.
That one's more tapered, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have the. It has more of that little black outline, I'd say. Like that black outline.
Well, it looks about the same.
And the metal going around it doesn't have very much.
Look at the edges of the two. Here, set that one right there. You can see that this one is
shinier.
yeah, and it is actually much thinner than the one. I mean, I wouldn't say much, but it is definitely thinner than the one.
Yeah.
This one's lower. Let me push them up there. You can see this one is lower, and like I said, this has this more of a sharp tapered edge, where this one is flat and almost. You know, one of the problems that people have complained about the iPad 1 is if you're trying to type, you know, like on the virtual keyboard, you can see this isn't very sturdy. You can see how this moves a lot.
And this one is barely even, you can barely even wobble.
Yeah, it's not moving.
So
You can see the reflection of this light here from this angle over here. And as I hit it, that's not moving at all. Whereas this one, as you can see, moves quite a bit. So, okay, let's plug this in and compare the screens on the two.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have the original iPad, the iPad 1 over here, and we're going to fire up the iPad 3 for the first time over here. We started this just a second ago. Looks like we're going to choose English. Move through. We are in the United States. I'm reading this upside down. We will enable the location services. And we'll join on FLAC. Alright. We will edit out my password.
Don't look.
It's hard to do upside down. Okay, and we got it joined to the network. And we're not set up to dock it yet, so okay, and here's the EULA. We will agree to that without reading it. I think we're going to skip right now for the dictation, but one of the things that the iPad 3 has built in, it doesn't have Siri support like the 4GS or like the iPhone 4S, but it does have dictation, so you can talk and take notes, type emails, anything like that. We're going to don't use dictation for right now, just to get us through the setup.
There's an app with the iPhone 3GS, but it's not built in like the new ones.
Okay, and start using iPad. So it's a pretty painless setup there. And so here we are. So here's the, I don't know if this is going to show up on our flip cam, but as you can see the difference in the two screens here.
Yeah, you can definitely see it.
Yeah, the
3G's a lot brighter.
Yeah, the it's definitely crisper. You can tell just from the background. You can tell definitely the text looks a little bit crisper on the iPad 3 versus the iPad. So
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but you can definitely tell.
Right. Now, one thing that the iPad 3 has that our old iPad didn't have is the camera feature. And I believe I have the rear-facing camera on right now. If we switch, oh,
Just record that.
The front-facing camera, which is what you would use if you were chatting with somebody else in FaceTime or whatever.
Right.
So that's a new feature. But
Yeah.
so here we go. This is the iPad 3, the iPad 1.
And the differences and similarities.
Yep, there's definitely some differences, some similarities. Let's go to YouTube.
But you can have to do it yet.
We have YouTube over here as well, and I don't know that we're going to be able to see a something different here.
Oh, you go to featured, I believe.
Oh, was it on
Yeah, it was on
search
favorites or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer to load, that's for sure.
Okay, so what does this say? Well, it definitely did take a lot longer to load, didn't it? I don't know why that would be.
You said that word.
It just said that word, right? It said it twice. It said it over here and it said it over there. Well, look at that. Well, iPad 1, iPad 3. You can still throw out the F-bomb on either one.
Yep.
Yep. So, well, anyway, other than that, I think there we go. All right, so overall, what do you think of the iPad 3?
I like it. It's pretty close differences, but the iPad 3 is definitely faster, I'd say.
Yeah, it did seem to be faster. I know that the iPad 3 has the upgraded processor.
Yeah.
1 gigahertz processor, so just on that YouTube thing, it did launch that faster, didn't it?
Yeah.
And better graphics.
Yeah.
And same storage, so what's not to like?
I guess we'll have to wait till the reviews. There's always something bad in the reviews that you have to wait for.
Could be, yeah. Could be bad stuff later on down the road. So,
Yeah.
anything else you want to add for our first video podcast?
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe a little dimmer, but it was a lot better graphics.
Yeah. Well, you can adjust the brightness and stuff in the settings too. So, all right. Well, that's it for our the unboxing of the iPad 3. Mr. Mason O'Hara, thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
We look forward to the next episode. All right. Thanks.